Alright, what is up, guys? I've got Maddie here with me, and we're going to do a couples challenge of who knows who better. Maddie has been wanting to do this video for a long time.
How long has that been written up there? It's about how long I've been wanting to do it.
About a year, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, since it was Maddie's idea to do this, I will let her start.
A lot of these I think you'll get.
Okay.
Okay. What is my comfort food?
Your comfort food?
Okay, let's turn this way so we don't see.
So are we talking actual like food, or are we talking dessert?
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Okay. I probably butchered the spelling of this, so if I did,
I think I already know what you wrote.
don't attack me in the comments. I do apologize.
I'll attack you for spelling it wrong.
That's fine. Alright.
Okay, ready?
Yep. I think that Maddie's favorite food, dessert or otherwise, is tiramisu. What's a show that I can watch over and over again and never get tired of?
I don't need an explanation for something. It's The Office.
Yeah.
It's The Office.
It's The Office. Every day is why it's on Sunday.
No, we were on a kick of you just watching Boy Meets World, though. So that's why I almost said Boy Meets World.
That's fair.
But I'm like, you literally said you can watch The Office and it never get old. What is my favorite song?
Favorite song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a loaded question.
I'm even having to think of my favorite song.
Okay, I think I know which one it is. I'm probably going to be wrong, but it's fine. I said Heaven by Niall Horan.
Good answer, but I said Stockholm Syndrome.
Ah. That's what I
said Stockholm Syndrome because I love the Niall Horan set list that we got to enjoy, and I enjoyed him singing Stockholm Syndrome, and it was really good to hear like a One Direction song sung by him.
I was debating between Heaven and Stockholm Syndrome.
So hold on, how are we keeping up with points?
Let's do it off to the side.
So I've got one.
When I was a kid, what did I want to be? When I grew up, what did I want to be?
Like how old? Like,
We'll say 7. When I was 7, what did I want to be when I grew up? We've had this conversation.
I know we have. Okay, just going based off the conversations we had about like with Honeycutt and everything, I said a history teacher.
No. Not even close.
Oh.
I wanted to be a pro baseball player.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
So I always enjoyed history growing up, but I'd never really considered potentially ever doing or becoming a history teacher until I had Honeycutt as my teacher in 9th grade.
What is my favorite cosmetic brand?
You have like 20 different brands in your makeup tower in your office.
Yeah.
But if I had to make any sort of guess as to what your favorite would be, Morphe.
I really have. The only thing Morphe I have is the brushes. It's ColourPop. Their eyeshadow stuff is like, if you look at all of my eyeshadow, and I have a lot of eyeshadows, most of them are ColourPop. The formula is immaculate.
I'm learning we don't know each other very well.
I'm learning we don't know each other very well either.
What do I like more, sweet or salty snacks?
That's salty because, you know, there's a lot of, like, if you get your sweet tea too sweet, you almost go into a diabetic coma. Mm-hmm. So I take that the same way as the way you eat your sweets, too.
So, to a degree, you're right, but I have a mean sweet tooth.
I know him, I just don't know the specifics. What movie style do I dislike?
Dislike?
Yeah.
I was thinking you gave me a softball and you were going to say, what movie style do I like? And I was like, oh, that's easy.
No, which movie style do I dislike? We've had this conversation before.
Have we?
Yes. Like, what kind of style of movie do I dislike? You know this one.
I know that I'm wrong, but I said documentaries.
No, I hate claymation.
Oh yeah.
I hate claymation.
Yeah, that's why you don't like Wallace and Gromit.
I hate Wallace and Gromit.
Or Chicken Little.
I like Chicken Little.
That's a claymation.
That's not
though.
as bad as Wallace and Gromit, though.
It's literally the same company.
I know, but it's not as claymation as Wallace and Gromit.
Who is my oldest friend?
Your oldest friend?
Hmm.
I said Mr. Chris because you talk about Mr. Chris a lot.
I said
You
from
talk-
childhood.
I don't know. It's the first person I can think of. That's the person you talk about the most is Mr. Chris.
So Mr. Chris is like a kind of a mixture between a father figure and a older brother to me. But no, my oldest friend from childhood, I would have taken either Dodrick or Cody.
I couldn't even remember those to save my life. Loaded question, so take your time with this one.
Okay.
What's a TV show or movie I can watch repeatedly? I said for a TV show, if you said a TV show, I said 911. If I said a movie, I said The Winter Soldier.
So for a TV show, I went with WandaVision, and for the movie, I said Winter Soldier.
So you got 1 point. The movie will always be Winter Soldier for me. But no, I'm on a 911 kick. 911 is my favorite show. Because it's still on.
What's something that I'm really bad at?
We've had this conversation many a times and a lot this week. And I just want to drill it in his brain. Consistency.
I said taking compliments.
You've gotten better. We've trained you better at that. Consistency still needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, that's fair.
What exotic animal would I want to make my pet?
Said a raccoon.
A raccoon. I would name it Rocket.
Of course you would. Would I rather have an elephant-sized dog or a dog-sized elephant?
I said an elephant-sized dog because I feel like you would hate the smell of a dog-sized elephant.
Correct. I said an elephant dog.
What is a weird food combination I enjoy?
I went with this answer because it will never make sense to me why she likes it. And it's literally what she had for dinner tonight. The Chick-fil-A pimento chicken sandwich.
Hold on, that's not a weird food combination. It's just good.
That's a gross combination.
Okay, well I said mac and cheese and ketchup.
Lots of people do that. What songs do I like to sing in the shower?
Now this is a freaking loaded question because have you seen his playlist? There's I said Frank Sinatra.
I said Frank Sinatra or the Wallflowers.
Woohoo! I knew Frank Sinatra was going to be a safe guess. Okay, this one I just come off the top of the head.
Okay.
Who are my female and male celebrity crushes? I said... So do you answer first or I answer first?
I answer
Okay,
first.
go ahead.
I went with the two people that are going to be in the new Thunderbolts movie together, Sebastian Stan and Florence Pugh.
Really? You don't know my female celebrity crush?
You have like 40.
I know, they're hot. I said Elizabeth Olsen and Sebastian Stan or Niall Horan.
What is my biggest fear?
We talked about this, I think, this week. I said being a failure or just failure in general.
Failure.
If I was given an all-expense paid ticket to go anywhere in the world, where would I go?
I said the Chicago Cubs suite / Chicago in general.
Chicago Cubs game.
Am I an optimist, a realist, or a pessimist?
I think you're a realist.
Yeah, I'm a realist. I like to find optimism in things in life, but also will look at the negatives in life, so I like to think that I'm very realistic about everything.
What football team do I support, and who is the greatest player ever based on your terms?
What do you mean? Like who I think that you think is the greatest football player ever?
Yeah, my favorite team and pretty much just my favorite player.
I said the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen.
Love you, Josh Allen. I love you, Josh. I love you, Josh.
Who would I talk to if everything in my life went wrong?
Okay, so I have two different answers because I didn't know which direction you would go.
Okay.
So I said either your dad, Philip White, or God.
God.
I didn't know if you were going to take that to a religious standpoint or just your father. So,
I mean, those answers were acceptable.
if I was given a chance to choose a superpower,
Okay.
which would it be?
I said flight to see Niall Horan or Sebastian Stan.
I didn't think that way, but that's genius. I said telekinesis, though.
The ability to move stuff with your
Yes,
mind?
I'd be the Scarlet Witch, without the witch. I didn't think about that. That's so genius, though.
What charity would I donate to if I chose to donate?
I said helping the ASL/deaf community. I don't know if there's a charity, but that's the first thing I thought of with you.
So that's what I was saying. I don't.
There's
I
gotta be,
don't know if
though.
there's a charity that supports that sort of thing.
There needs to be.
So I went with a actual charity
Mm-hmm.
of breast cancer awareness.
Oh, okay. What's something that I dislike that always puts me in a bad mood?
I said stupid people or microfiber towels.
Oh, Cybertrucks! I hate them with a passion, and they put me in a genuinely bad mood. I cannot.
Okay. I genuinely don't know if you know the answer to this because I've not done it in the 4 years we've been dating. But where's my favorite place to go when I'm sad?
Okay, I don't know if it's place specific, but I just said somewhere driving and getting inspired /video/photography.
I said nature or a hiking trail. I'll say the nature/hiking trail kind of fits into the getting inspired /photography.
So am I getting a point for that?
Yeah, you can give yourself a point for that. That's fine.
Appreciate the pity point.
I'm pretty sure the point that I have and what you have aren't accurate anyway, so.
What's something about me that most people don't know?
So, I wrote your sense of humor. Because you're a very introverted person, so, you know, if you meet somebody fairly quickly, they're not going to see that sense of humor. They have to be around you enough for you to bring out your sense of humor.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, I'm a very extroverted person, and it takes all of like 5 minutes for people to see my personality.
I don't know if this ties into my sense of humor, but I said I have weird toes.
If I were to write a book, what would it be about?
Okay, I wrote the whole book title.
Okay.
Just FYI, that's why it took me so long.
Okay.
Okay, I said how I found motivation and how you can too.
No. I'd write a murder mystery book. And I would give myself a fake name and everything.
You have never once talked about anything murder
Yes, I
mystery.
have.
No, you haven't.
Baby, I literally
No,
told
you haven't.
like, before we started dating that I was, like, trying to come up with the plot for a murder mystery. What's my favorite ice cream flavor?
Most disgusting flavor, mint chocolate chip.
Man, chocolate chip.
It's so disgusting.
It's so good.
Like you're just eating frozen bubble gum. What was my favorite cartoon growing up?
Totally Drama Island.
I forgot about that. It's not what I wrote though. But Total Drama Island is yes. Is the correct. I said Powerpuff Girls.
What nickname did my parents call me growing up?
Steve-O or Carl?
Wrong. Steve-O, everybody calls me.
I don't know what your parents called you. As
No
a
one
nickname.
calls me by my middle name.
I don't know.
Stevie.
Oh, Stevie. Which country's culture fascinates me the most?
This is a conversation we've never had. I went with the answer that I would give, Italy.
I said Ireland, more specifically Dublin. Want to know why?
No,
It's the birthplace of my favorite singer.
What's my favorite trip I've ever taken?
Kentucky.
The Solo Beach trip or Kentucky?
I can tell you why it's Kentucky. It's because that hotel he picked out. That's the only reason. It's that hotel he picked out. Am I wrong?
No, not
Okay.
at all. Plus, we got really good content out of it.
We do. Do I like watching documentaries, and what's my favorite one?
I said yes, but only the One Direction documentary.
I didn't say the One Direction documentary. I said the Menendez brothers.
Would I rather be loved, respected, or feared?
I said respected and loved because you can't pick all. You can't pick just one.
I want people to fear how much they love me. Michael Scott. if I had to choose between an endless supply of chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry ice cream for a month, which one do I pick?
Strawberry.
Neapolitan. All three of them.
Okay, you can't do shit like that. What's a more worthy investment to me? Experiences or objects?
Experiences.
Because you'll have those objects forever, but you can't experience that one thing.
You can only experience that
Yeah.
one. What is there an unusual superstition or ritual that I secretly hold belief
I
in?
don't know if it's like a superstition or anything. That's the first thing I could come up with. Just like prayer. I couldn't think of anything else. I know it's not a superstition or anything, but
So I do prayer all the time, but it's one specific thing that I've done, and I've done it every time. I guess you just haven't paid attention to it. Or
is it
noticed
you do it every day?
No, not every day. It's only whenever we're traveling. Touching the side of the plane when boarding.
Oh yeah. Well, we've only done that twice.
Yeah, but you got to think of how many times we've gotten on a plane whenever we've traveled.
I know, but we've
I've
only
done it I've
technically
always touched the side of the plane.
only done it twice. What is my all-time favorite animal?
Feels bad writing it in a blue marker, but red panda.
No, I said horses/cows. I do love red pandas, but they're not my favorite.
What habit of yours irritates me?
I said leaving shoes in the living room.
I guess I'll count that. I said leaving clothes strewn around.
Okay. What's my favorite season and why?
Oh. I said winter because it's cold.
Winter, cold weather.
If I could revive a childhood cartoon, what would it be?
It's a Dexter's Laboratory.
So that's a very close second. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I hated that show.
I love that show.
Hated that show.
Bring me the slab.
No, give me Dexter's. Dede! Get out of my laboratory.
What are you doing in my laboratory?
What was the...
Stupid dog!
Dakute.
Stupid dog! Alright guys, so that's going to do it for the end of the How Well Do We Know Each Other video. It seems like we don't know each other as much as we thought we did, considering we've been dating for almost 4 years, so...
Well, a lot of stuff we asked we rarely ever talk about, though.
I mean, fair, but I also feel like in 4 years that's something we should have, or at least some of those things we should have talked about.
We're too busy discussing the things we actually really, really love.
That's fair. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on the video down below. Drop us comments for other challenges that you think we should do. Or if you think that you can do better with your significant other. But that's going to do it. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
What he said.